Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You be the fighter.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdowns.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Here we go. Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that production.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out that heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Joe Burrow.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here we go. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds here. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Walker is in. Touchdown, Washington. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Robinson's got it. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll look to throw. He's got Higbee complete right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 1. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go again here with Akers. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping the second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. Well, this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. Come on, set.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Trayvon Walker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
He'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers. Brings it. 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So here is Washington now to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here we go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
On one, ready?
Burrow will throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Watson, a 1-yard touchdown reception, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. That's to the sideline and complete. A nifty job to make the catch, but the throw took him right out of bounds. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Taken from just outside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
11 empty.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
I'm one. Ready?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Higbee secures it over the middle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd and 5. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
11 Thomas.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's going to take another shot here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Deshaun Watson, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll dump this off to Akers. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 41, Burrow. Open man is Waddle, complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They go play action with Burrow. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw brought in by Watson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A couple of quick incompletions completions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down. Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Straight ahead, Walker. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild.
Here we go.
And here's another completion for good yardage.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready. Check white. Check pink. Yellow. Line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Going right back to Akers. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow on play action. He finds Watson complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle, here's Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure, with so many games remaining, I think he'll breeze past 5,000 yards. Could he challenge the all-time record? Maybe even bump it up closer to 6,000 yards? I can't wait to watch. And the way he's playing,
he's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ready?
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Burrow.
He finds Watson. It's caught.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 29, Burrow completes this one to Pickens. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And the LA... this next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Blue check, opposite, green.
They go play action here on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. On the move past the 40. They juked him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving there for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And complete once again to Watson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Kenneth Walker His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll set up a throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Akers is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. But they don't really need the points here, Charles. on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point by Slides up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The scoop and score is an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
I'm wondering.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Burrow's throw is taken in by Waddle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine, as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Nice move at the 40. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Commanders, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
I told my boss, it ain't